Ethiopia detained, abused Tigrayans deported from Saudi, Human Rights Watch. Thousands of ethnic Tigrayans deported from Saudi Arabia have been detained, abused or forcibly disappeared after arriving back home in Ethiopia, Human Rights Watch said in a new report Wednesday. The ethnic profiling and mistreatment of returnees detailed by HRW took place as the federal government fought Tigrayan rebels in a grinding year-long war that has cost thousands of lives and pushed many more people into famine. Tigrayans repatriated from Saudi Arabia, where hundreds of thousands of Ethiopians have migrated to seek work over the years, were singled out and held in Addis Ababa and elsewhere against their will upon returning, HRW said. Others were prevented from returning to Tigray, the northernmost region of Ethiopia, after being identified at roadside checkpoints or airports and transferred to detention facilities, the report said. Ethiopian authorities are persecuting Tigrayans deported from Saudi Arabia by wrongfully detaining and forcibly disappearing them, said Nadia Hardman, refugee and migrants rights researcher at HRW. The rights watchdog interviewed Tigrayans deported from Saudi Arabia to Ethiopia between December 2020 and September 2021. During which tens of thousands were repatriated under an agreement between the two countries. Some of the Tigrayan deportees detained after arriving in Ethiopia reported suffering physical abuse, including beatings with rubber or wooden rods. Others were accused of colluding with the Tigray People's Liberation Front, which ran Tigray before the start of the war, and is now considered a terrorist group by Addis Ababa. Two deportees told HRW they were taken with other men from migrants sent us by police and bused to coffee farms, where they were put to work in terrible conditions for no pay and little food. Many were denied contact with family, and feared their relatives thought they were still in Saudi Arabia. The Ethiopian authorities' detention of thousands of Tigrayan deportees from Saudi Arabia without informing their families of their arrest or whereabouts amounts to enforced disappearance, which also violates international law, the report said. In late 2021, the United States and its allies called on Ethiopia to stop unlawfully detaining its citizens on ethnic grounds under a wartime state of emergency declared in November. Ethiopia's own state-affiliated rights watchdog estimated that thousands had been caught up in sweeps that appears to target Tigrayans on their ethnicity alone.
ያው እንደምታው ችግር ያው በእንደዚህ አይነት ሁኔታ ነው ያው እዚህ ጋር አሳያቸው ያው ችግር በእንደዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ ያው በዱላ እየተቀጠቀ ምን ይላል አልወርድ ብሎልን ማለት ነው። ውጭ ላይ መኝታ የለንም እያያችሁት ነው። የንጽህና ነገር ማንም ቢሆን አስቦና ያቅም ጭራሽ ልክ እንደ ጉንዳን ያለው አብይ አህመድ ልክ እንደ ጉንዳን ያዩን የኛ ሞት ምንም አይመስላችሁ አዩት።
ወራህመቱላሂ ወበረካቱ። ወንድም ህዝብ የሆነው የግብጽ ህዝብ ولذلك ونحن نخاف من الله የመጉዳት ሐሳብም ፍላጎትም የሌለን ነው። وليست لدينا خير وشكرا. والله I said tell me
والله لن نقوم بأي ضرر للمياه في مصر مصر وبأكد من خلال تأكيد فخامة الرئيس لأن هو زي ما انت شفتوا كده كان بيكلمني دايما ويقول لي والله لن تجد ضرر مننا. فأنا حبيت ان انتوا تسمعوها منه وانا بشكره عليها وانت سترى من المصريين برضو والله لن نضر بكم ابدا ان شاء الله. شكرا فخامة الرئيس.
These images show the conditions of Ethiopian women in a detention center near Al-Daya, Saudi Arabia. The mesh roof allows rainwater in, flooding the prison up to the women's ankles. This is just one of the prisons and detention centers where Saudi Arabia has been holding the migrants for days, weeks, and even months. In a detention center in Jizan, images from the men's facility depict hundreds of people being held in severely overcrowded and unsanitary conditions. Trash and excrement at every step, they are forced to sleep in hot, unair-conditioned rooms, tightly packed together, with limited access to water to wash. They were among the thousands of Ethiopian migrants that Houthi forces forcibly removed from territory under their control in northern Yemen in April, accusing them of spreading the coronavirus. Human Rights Watch got first-hand accounts from migrants in Algar, a settlement in Saada Governorate, who witnessed people being shot at as they were being forcibly removed from their shelters at gunpoint by the Houthi forces and taken to the border with Saudi Arabia. Saudi authorities opened fire, killing scores of migrants before allowing hundreds of Ethiopians to enter the country. They are now arbitrarily detaining them in facilities in Jizan province. Detainees are given little food. Some receive just 3 pieces of bread and a bottle of water a day. Photo evidence supports their accounts that many are developing skin problems due to the unsanitary conditions. Multiple men said their pleas for medical attention and better conditions are repeatedly denied and answered with beatings from the guards. Hundreds of Ethiopian migrants remain arbitrarily imprisoned, their future uncertain. Houthi authorities and the Saudi government should impartially investigate the killing of Ethiopian migrants at Algar and appropriately punish those responsible. Saudi authorities should urgently arrange for the safe return of those that remain in detention. They should investigate allegations of abuse and prosecute those responsible.